Welcome, everybody, to the O.V.G.C podcast, episode 18. I am your host, as usual, Soul Zane, or just Zane, and with me, as usual, is Jeff, ST Convoy. Welcome to the show
Hi,
again.
Jeff.
I think we have a good show today. Dino Crisis was our game of the month for spooky season, so it's pretty awesome to have a traditional horror game come up. That was my choice, and you and I got to play it together last week. So
did.
that was pretty awesome. And then I beat it the other day on my own. I'm glad I stopped where I did when we were playing it because there was still a lot to do, man. We definitely would not have been able to stay up that late.
I was thinking as much. Yeah.
I had like another 2 hours to go from where I ended up stopping. And then I don't know how much of it you've played, but Red Steel 2 was our bi-monthly game for the Wii. I know probably a lot of you guys may have gotten a later start on that one. I know it took me a while, but once I got into it, man, I really enjoyed it. So let's kick it off then with... let's just kick it off with Red Steel 2 right now, actually.
Sure.
Did you get to play any of this?
I got to play through a decent amount.
Okay.
I enjoyed it overall.
Mm-hmm. I
I
liked
have
it a
some
lot.
thoughts.
I want to hear your thoughts for sure. I have a couple. I have a lot to say about this one too because this is pretty fresh in my head.
Mm-hmm.
The Wii is a great console. It is a hard console to play as a gaming console, and it really just kind of it makes a really good console for like making you feel like you're playing an at-home arcade console game, like an arcade game, like I'm at an arcade. And that's what Red Steel 2 feels like. It's an arcade where instead of being on a rails, you get to run around and do everything you want with one aimer, one weapon, one camera, all in one hand. And I hate that part of it. That was the hardest thing to get used to. And I have to say, I don't think I got used to it for the majority of, if not the whole game. Like, it was hard to get used to. I had to play through it on easy.
Yep.
I just couldn't do it on the harder difficulty. Now, I can see if somebody really is into it and wants to go through it a second time, because I believe you can continue the game or New Game Plus it, kind of, in order to keep getting everything. I didn't try. I should have before I said any of that. But the combat can be really hard. Especially if you are not taking your time. It can be really hard. Remembering techniques and remembering moves is challenging because you only do them once, and if you don't practice them, because you have to physically do them with the Wiimote, you may forget them. You may not know them all, what button to hold or what button to turn, how to turn it, where to swing. I did really enjoy it, though. For a Wii Motion Plus game, I don't think I've ever played anything like it. Zelda Skyward Sword lets you move and turn the Master Sword, But I don't think... I really think that the first person view of this, like, really makes the swordplay feel like swordplay,
Yes.
I do, however, think though that the gunplay is kind of unnecessary.
I was looking over my notes and I just had that written down.
Did you?
Yep.
Yeah, the gunplay is almost kind of like, why are we using guns? Because we have a gun option. Okay, thanks.
Shoot the boxes.
Thanks,
to get the
Ubisoft.
gold.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we use
Guns
the gun
are for looting boxes.
Yeah, it's a big cleanup sim. You shoot a lot of boxes if you want to. I used ammo a lot in this game just to use it, even though I felt like I never had to or I never should have. Oh, remake the game for the Oculus. That's a great idea. It would be a good Oculus game.
That's legit a good idea. I would like to see Ubisoft do that.
What do you think about this, controls-wise, then?
So I liked the accuracy of the pointer. The IR pointer, pointing and shooting, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. Where the game kind of fell apart for me was the go to the edge of the screen to
Oh,
turn the camera.
yeah.
If you had a camera stick, just like the Oculus does, but but if you had the right
Yeah.
stick on your Wii remote, so you could turn your camera and also use the IR aiming, boom, I think it would be like a 10 out of 10.
I agree.
In its current state, it was a little bit annoying because I'd be shooting enemies. Thankfully, the game kind of tries to compensate by doing the auto spin you around and target you at someone for the sword fighting. But a lot of times, I felt like I was always going to the edge of the screen, trying to turn my guy around
Yeah.
to find out who am I shooting, who am I fighting against.
Yeah.
Um, on a positive note, when you started to be able to chain your kills against these guys, like bat bat bat, and use the finishing move, and then you do another one of like the jump in the air, hit double tap A and do the down strike thing,
Yeah.
and then you can do the wide hit and do the decapitation finish or whatever. Um, when you started to chain it, it felt pretty good. Like
Yeah.
there's definitely something there with the combat. But I think it was just limited a little bit by the technology of its time. I think looking at the for Oculus, it's making me think like, ooh, like that's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, overall, not bad combat, but there was some room for improvement and some uh signs of the limitations of the hardware.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That is also my biggest gripe is the camera motion and stuff like that. I had in my notes, if I could connect two Wiimotes together, this
Yes.
this would feel way better. Um, because it just feels like the camera and the gun both just kind of get in the way.
Mhm.
You can see this guy really is using all the skills in the game to take down enemies, and that is how you should approach every fight, basically. Always find skills that work against the enemies that they're supposed to be against. Just before this, if you were watching the video, there's a big dude with a Gatling gun and a shield in front of him, so you can't just attack him head
Mhm.
on. He was using the move the bear to pound the ground to stun him. I had no
Yeah.
idea I could do that against him because half the time I would try to do some of these moves, they wouldn't work for me, so I just didn't do them. And
Ah.
I blame my hardware because I'm not using a CRT, I'm using a flat screen, and I'm not using a big enough Wii sensor bar. There was a time where my whole Wiimote totally desynced from the TV, and none of my strong attacks were working for this fight, and I was just getting so angry. I couldn't figure out what
Yep.
was happening and why I wasn't hitting guys because all I could really get used to was strong attack this, strong attack that.
Yep.
Um, the guys, those big guys that block you from the front, like they have shielding in the front or whatever it is, and you got to get behind them.
Mhm.
If you get too close to them, they just kick you. They just kick you
Right.
away, and I'm just like, I'm trying to get around you, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I had so many
If you had
times
another
that was
stick for your
frustrating.
actual rotation
Yes.
and not just for the aiming, it would have been doable.
Yeah, yeah, and even though you stick to them, which I tried taking the Z targeting off to like the auto
Mhm.
target stuff. Oh, don't do it. It is so hard to play without any targeting, or with the targeting not snapping to enemies and stuff like that. Because I was getting
Yeah.
really annoyed that I was auto targeting boxes and barrels when I would walk past them, and I was just like, stop looking at the box, just move, go past it. Um, and then there was one other thing that really bothered me was that he would, even if I was using my sword to break boxes open or something, or break
Yep.
those boxes with the blue tags on them that you have to cut, he would just put his sword away, and then you'd have to bring
Hmm.
it back out. And if you were encountering enemies and you wanted to walk up with a guard, you can't do that. You have to swing the sword first to draw it out, and then push the A button to the guard. And that was really obnoxious to me. I just couldn't. I was like, I want to approach a little more on the guard, and I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't feeling it for it. Um, I do like all the arcadey stuff, like shooting tokens, finding
Yes.
upgrade, like finding more money and other things like that was really fun. getting upgrades. I think the questing was kind of useless. Destroy wanted posters and get $8,000. Well, I can just get $8,000 by wandering around breaking stuff, more than
Shooting a bunch of boxes and trash cans and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't bother with the quests by the second half of the game. I just kind of quit doing them unless they were in the way.
Okay.
I didn't bother with them towards that point.
Same.
I do like that there's so many upgrades you can get. I really enjoyed that because it made me feel like there was a lot that I could just continue to progress with naturally while I was beating the main storyline. Like, I didn't have to worry about grinding for money.
No. Not in easy mode, at least.
No. I didn't try any harder difficulties, and I kind of regret it, but really easy mode for me and what I had set up was it's good enough. It was hard enough for me. I did have a few glitches occur while I was playing. Aside from enemies getting stuck in geometry randomly, I had this horrible music glitch that would occur when the game tried to load enemies behind me as I was leaving. And it would make the enemy music play louder than anything else that was going on, and it wouldn't shut off until I reset the system.
Wow.
It was really annoying. Or if I went to a cutscene. Oh, sorry.
I had a audio glitch as well when I finished off a group of the bandits or whatever, and then they immediately spawned in some new guys right when their music stopped. So it didn't restart the music for the next crew.
Okay.
So then funny. It was just like the kind of normal quiet, atmospheric music, and I'm just blasting away all these guys.
And you just hear the Japanese inspired Western music going on.
And then bam, 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 bam. So there's some technical issues on this one. Playing it on Dolphin, it would just glitch out the big graphics for the tutorial moves, like do the swing like this, and the girl's just like spazzing out.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I ended up playing on original hardware.
Well, that's why I ended up playing on the original hardware.
Because of the
glitchiness of playing it on Dolphin. Yeah.
Oh well. At least we got to have a good original experience. These are the guys I was telling you about that I didn't like. There was one dude that was like this towards the end who was in between two pieces of geometry, and I couldn't get around him at all. I had to literally just wait for him the whole time, and when I would wait, he'd rev up his machine gun and blast you. And you can only block so many bullets with the katana, and then it starts hitting you. And it was just, it was annoying. I think I died to him like 6 or 8 times. It was hard. It was obnoxious. But other than that, I had a lot of fun with it. The story was not incredible, but it got pretty good after the beginning. Because then I didn't feel like I was just some dude who was getting assaulted or attacked. Now I had a purpose. There was a reason I was getting attacked and assaulted, which was cool, which was fine. I think the bad guy, when you kill him at the end, is satisfying. And I feel like I actually was just like, yeah, that was triumphant to me. Like, I thought that was good. I don't know how far did you get? Did you beat it or no?
I did not beat it. I probably got, a quarter to a third of the way through.
Okay, got it. Did you end up getting to the night level with the ninjas and stuff?
I did not get that far, I don't think.
Okay. I think it's like stage 3, then after I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Either way, you had a good experience with it for the most part, though.
Yeah. It feels kind of proof of concept-y to me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the story was kind of, I don't want to say it felt tacked on, but it felt Ubisoft-y.
Yeah.
And the way that they did all the pre-rendered cutscenes, for the character dialogue, I thought some of the lines were just so cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, I don't know. Sometimes the campiness is kind of the best part of the voice acting. So I'm not putting it down as a negative. It's just, I'm not saying it was good though.
Yeah. I mean, I like Gion. he was probably the only good character, just because there's a whole point, like, he's always putting you down, and he's like, at one point he's like telling you all this stuff, and he's like, look, I'm just saying I'm sorry, but that's all you're getting out of me. It was like, it was kind of funny. It was like, after it's like, your whole clan's dead, your family's dead, he's like, wow, man, the guy I've been giving a hard time sure is kind of it's kind of getting fucked pretty bad right now. So maybe I shouldn't be so mean to him. As it's almost like he has nobody has any reason to be mean to your character. Like, he's not even like, it's almost like you don't even have a personality at all, but they're like all projecting personalities onto you. Each one gives you like a different personality, which is really interesting. Yeah, but other than that, I think that's kind of all I have to say about Red Steel 2. It's a good Wii game. It came out near the end of the Wii's life cycle.
Mid to late cycle, yeah.
I think it was kind of a surprise when it came out too, right? People weren't expecting a second Red Steel, even though the first Red Steel was a pleasant launch game, right? That people were just kind of like, they were really soft on, because it was a Wii game. It was this new hardware, new console, and they took a dive on something new, Yep. And I think Red Steel 2 worked out pretty well for them. And honestly, if this game was the first one in the series, I think we'd have probably seen another one. But the Wii didn't have the Motion Plus at the time,
Right. In the first, it's such a departure from the first game, like as far as like setting and everything. I guess the gameplay is somewhat similar, but yeah, it's very much a different game from the first one.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat here really quick in case anybody has anything that might add to this conversation. Yeah.
I do agree with you. You were saying earlier, like, the guns feel kind of insignificant. That was another thing that was on my list there.
Did you? So there's a rifle and an automatic as well as the shotgun. The rifle and the automatic you could just do without completely. They were totally useless.
Okay.
I didn't find any much of a use for the automatic besides breaking boxes from afar and then taking out really weak enemies. Just blasting them until their guard gave up, basically.
Right.
Yeah, so
I was pretty happy that it was 60 frames a second most of the game. I didn't feel a ton of performance dips, so
that's true.
Yeah,
It did
Red
move
Steel 2.
fast. It feels good. I liked it. It was a good game. Good choice. I had fun with that one for our bi-monthly game. All right. So, Dino Crisis, our spoopy game for the month.
Dino Crisis.
I don't know how many people ended up getting to play Dino Crisis, or looked at it or anything like that. It is based on the Resident Evil games, concept-wise. It isn't based on them, as in if it's based on Resident Evil. It uses a lot of the same tropes and load scenes, other things like that Resident Evil does, camera angles, things like that. This is the end of the game that we're watching here, where you're basically underground inside of a super lab, and there's a point of no return at this point in the game, so it has two ending options. You either follow one of the characters that what's the main character girl's name again? Do you remember?
Shoot, you have to look this up.
I don't remember. Well, anyways, there's Regina. Thank you, Seasons.
Regina, that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So Regina can either go with Rick or the other guy, Gale. And you get a different ending fight and a different escape and a bunch of different puzzles. It's literally a whole different. The game plays different, like gives you a totally different path at the end. Wow. Where you encounter the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the beginning of the game in a different manner, and you kill him in a different manner in a different cutscene.
Okay.
It's really cool. If you haven't watched the endings, you should check them both out. One is a helicopter escape, and the other one's a hovercraft escape.
Nice.
So aside from that storyline wise, since I am kind of talking about the story and the characters, you're playing a group of agents who get dropped off on this island that is, and you are checking up on essentially this scientist, Dr. Kirk. And Dr. Kirk has been doing some experiments. You don't really know what they are. You know it has to do with energy. I think you're part of the government, and you're there to check on your spy that's there and find out what's going on with Dr. Kirk, because suddenly, like, you guys, something happened where they either weren't receiving data or they were trying to check on something or whatever. There was an emergency. Well, they show up and the place is infested with carnivorous dinosaurs, different varieties of raptors and such. There's supposed to be 4 of you. One of you gets dropped off in the middle of the island and gets immediately eaten by the T-Rex in the beginning of the game in a cutscene. Then the other 3 of you basically are like, one's your tech guy, one's your heavy arms guy, and then there's Regina, who's essentially like the spy, but she's also kind of like the heavy arms person too. And you're there to go get Dr. Kirk, that's the guy that's there. You need to extract him essentially, because he knows how to create like this new type of energy. However, it turns out that this new type of energy creates time distortions, and the time distortions in that space are drawing energy from 65 million years in the past, and that's why there's dinosaurs brought into the future, because they came it through the distortion that appeared where they were, and that's how they got there. There's one of the raptors, and the whole plot is essentially just wrapped around the fact that you went to this island. It turned out whatever bad thing was happening was way worse than you could have imagined, and now you have to escape with Dr. Kirk, as well as remove the time distortion if you want to be able to leave alive, because the time distortion is literally blocking a hallway that you have to leave in order to escape.
Okay.
And Dr. Kirk is also kind of like, he's also kind of doing this stuff a little bit under the radar, and he's kind of like tricked everybody to do his project for him. And he doesn't really, and so like, he even kills a scientist later on, because like he's trying to eliminate everybody else who knows about how he does all this stuff, but if he wants to escape and escape alive, he's got to do so through you guys, and that's his only way out, essentially. So that's pretty much it for the story. Eventually, at the end they do rescue Dr. Kirk, and they all escape safely. I don't think there's a way to lose a character or not. I know there's multiple endings. Is it, I think 2 or 3 maybe. There might be 3. I know there's at least 2. There may be variations. That's what I mean. The ending variations that change based on some of your other decisions. Because there's 3 decisions that you make in the game based on whether or not you talk to Rick or Gale at certain points. So Zach says, or Season says that Gale died in his ending. I went through all of Rick's options, and I ended up escaping through a helicopter with everybody. Because at the end, Rick wanted to leave without Gale and Dr. Kirk, and I could have done that and escaped that way. But instead, I ended up going after Rick and or after Gale to save him and do the mission that we came to do, and that ended up saving everybody. So I got ending 1, or the one good ending.
Is that the canonical ending?
I think so. I think that is the canonical good ending. So that's pretty much it about story. What do you have to say about Dino Crisis?
From the amount that I played and watched, I was impressed kind of with considering the age of the game, the atmosphere, the voice acting. I actually thought for the game that it was, I was actually kind of impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought visually it looks good. Definitely looks like a PS1 game, but when it comes to these kind of horror games, sometimes being a little bit lo-fi actually can add to the creepiness. Um, I thought the jump scares were done really well,
There was
especially at
definitely a
first.
few. There was a
Especially at first when that big T-Rex head came through, bam! Like
oh yeah.
that got me, and I was just watching. So
That was awesome. Yeah, when the T-Rex head just went boom right through and the angle, everything. Yeah, that was excellent.
yep,
That was
and
definitely my
even
favorite.
even visually how they made the T-Rex look, like yeah, for a PS1 game, like they did a really good job with it.
Hmm. Absolutely. There was another scare later on in the underground lab where suddenly you go down a hallway and then it stops and it turns into a cutscene and you hear a noise like a chuk chuk chuk,
Uh huh.
and and she pulls up her gun and then she does this and then she looks behind her and then she puts her gun down because nothing else happens. And then this velociraptor shoots out of the ground at you from a bit below. And that got me good because that happened when I was here home alone at night playing by myself. I was like, holy moly, it's so bad. Um, uh, yeah, the jump scares were really cool. I did have a gripe about the ammo though. Ooh,
Hmm.
there's so little ammo compared to health items in this game. And even though I mean, I'm playing on easy mode, right? So I'm running out of more ammo because I'm kind of shooting everything. I don't really have to run around a lot of stuff. Even though
Yep.
I did, um, the ammo was so scarce that there were certain points in the game where if you walked through a zone, there were two raptors coming right at you. Like you can't get around them. You gotta kill one or both, and
Yep.
it's hard, just because of that reason. I do like the auto aiming kind of like where she picks like can aim up and down on her own based on where the enemy
Mm-hmm.
is, as long as you're holding the trigger. But I had so many healing items, it was driving me nuts. And what I didn't really understand though was that those anades or those blue ones that you mix with stuff, you can
Yeah.
mix with the darts and get more sleep darts or a poison dart that instant kills a dino in one shot. Its sleep
Oh
darts
wow.
would put a guy to sleep in one shot too if you have like the large or the medium sleep dart. If I'd have done that from the beginning, I probably would have had better luck.
I
The,
felt like the player inventory was pretty small,
yeah, it was really
all
small.
things considered.
Yeah, I felt like it should have been bigger. I wish I could have been able. I still found myself being able to pick up almost everything along the way because I kind of used a lot of stuff
Mm-hmm.
periodically. But I didn't. It didn't have to. Um, I did not like some of the UI and the menuing though. That was kind of obnoxious. It wasn't until the end of the game that I realized hitting square and triangle would go back a step instead of hitting
Mm-hmm.
circle and then just exiting out immediately. I didn't realize I was doing that constantly.
Oh, I did have one thing that kind of brings to mind. Um, I really wish that they would have been more consistent with you get to a door, you have the item or the key card that you need to get through this area. Just I hit A, just say, "Do you want to use this item?
Yeah.
Let me through."
Yeah.
It seemed like watching. Sometimes it would just say that, "Oh, you got this key. You can go to the next area." Sometimes you'd have to bring up the menu, beep 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 beep, beep, select what you need.
Yeah. No, you're right. That is really obnoxious because you could use it at the DDK doors, um, the Dick doors, and it would just do it. But if you went to something that required an ID card, you would have to use the ID. And that was annoying.
Yep.
There was one. The puzzles were, while they were repetitive, they weren't terrible. But there was one puzzle towards the end where you had to put these two keys together for other parts. And you had to do so by turning them in a zero-G environment. So they would like go together in different angles. If you turned it and you stopped and you tried to turn it again, it would go woo, and it would go really fast. And then like the part that's like coming at you like this, you're just kind of like and then it would clank and go off and it go failure, and then you have to start it over again from the very beginning, even if you got the first one right.
Mm.
That was so annoying. but it
Yep.
wasn't. It wasn't like throw my controller annoying. It was I needed to go take a drink. um,
Uh,
uh, other than that, I mean, I had fun. It was fun. Dino Crisis has been on my list of games to play for years now. Like, and so when it got picked, I was so excited. I was like, yes, finally I get to play Dino Crisis for a reason. I can share it with everybody and enjoy it. And honestly, if I had not played it with you, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much as I did playing solo. Because the whole time I was finishing it by myself, I was like, I wish I was playing this with Jeff.
do we talk about the tank controls?
We can talk about the tank controls a little bit.
I mean, I wasn't a fan.
No,
Are you a fan overall? Or are you like in
I
team if they remake this, they need to do the dynamic cameras?
yeah they I don't think tank controls hold up for newer generations of gamers, but I like tank controls just a little bit,
Okay.
just because I feel like they create an atmosphere and a tension in the game that goes with the style. The camera angle style and tank controls are they're married. This camera angle.
Mhm.
That's the whole point of the tank controls, is to make it so that they can use these dynamic camera angles that create tension, because that's what all these camera angles do. They create the tension for you. And
Mhm.
and the tank controls let you maneuver through those camera angles without getting lost.
Yes.
Otherwise they'd have to put it directly behind the character, and then you're walking around like this, and then you can't see behind a corner until you go around the corner either way, and then you're
It
still,
turns it into Resident Evil 4.
yeah, you're strafing, you're moving, you're stopping, you're looking, versus
Yep.
the what I just said. That map in that game was not intuitive at all. I hated that map.
No,
It's
I
terrible.
wasn't a fan.
Um,
Also the fact that you got to just gas that dude a million times and he didn't die.
oh, that's too funny. I
That
forgot
was
about the
that
gas
was
thing.
incredible. That was probably the funniest 2 minutes of gaming that I've seen in years. And that wasn't even like intentionally funny.
we
But
just
that poor dude
we just kept
just
like poison gassing that guy in the chamber for the puzzle. Like, I'm pretty sure we can figure out what color it is. What color is the gas?
so if you don't re-poison him like 85 times, does he survive that cutscene?
No,
No, okay, he dies anyway.
he
Okay, well
dies
then
anyway.
no harm, no foul. You're good.
Yeah, there's the destabilization thing. If you're looking at the video,
Okay.
it just
Yeah.
went away. It just went away because they just got rid of it. So now they can escape. That's the story stuff. Um. So yeah, that's Dino Crisis. Good game, good scares. I had a really good time playing it. This was a really good October game. If none of you have had the chance to play it, I would say give it a shot.
Yeah.
Just get through the intro of it if you want to, if you have the time. Get to the point where you get down below or start to go underground, because the upstairs stuff is really fun and very much like akin to OG Resident Evil stuff. Like that felt really good. But once you go downstairs, there's like so many more puzzles, and the corridors and things are a little too like it's too convoluted, and I just don't really care for that stuff, really. So,
Right on.
there you go. Good time. Dino
All right.
Crisis. Loved it. So, with that, let's start with our.
Spin the wheel.
No.
Spin. Oh wait. Hold on.
Let's start with our classic monthly games. How's that? F-Zero GX.
Yeah.
I like F-Zero GX. I hope this gets picked too. There's a lot of games today that I actually think would be really fun to play. And F-Zero. I mean, I'm kind of. I feel like I'm in the mood for a racing game. That's why I picked Kirby Air Ride for mine. But killer soundtrack, good game, fast paced.
Yes.
There's nothing else like it. They stopped making F-Zero games after this one, really. So, right? There isn't one on the Wii, is there?
F-Zero 99.
Oh yes. Thanks for that reminder.
No, this one is so close to perfect that The worst part of it is that it's too hard, but that's just a skill issue. Just get good.
Yeah, get good. You can get good. I believe in all of you. Something you don't really have to get good at, but you can still play, is Kirby Air Ride. I picked this one because Kirby Air Riders is coming out soon, and Kirby Air Riders looks really good, and I forgot how actual good Kirby Air Ride is, and I did post in the Classic Monthly what I thought would make a good completion for it. There is a lot of challenges in this game, so there's a lot of replayability that Sakurai came up with to do for it. So you can do a lot, and then the city mode is really fun. The city mode is the best. Playing with people, it's a good time. If you haven't played Kirby Air Ride and it gets picked, I absolutely recommend giving it a shot. I don't know if it's on the Switch online yet, because they are putting GameCube games out there yet, and I know Luigi's Mansion just got released. Yeah, there you go. Kirby Air Ride. Looks like
I love
fun.
how the menu looks almost. The menu is very much a Sakurai Smash style menu.
Yeah, exactly. Next we have Tom and Jerry in Mouse Attacks. So that's the subtitle, Mouse Attacks. It looks like you just... I don't know if you only play Jerry. I can skip ahead this video here really quick, but you probably... Oh, yes. Very much a Game Boy game.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like you only play Jerry. That's typically how Tom and Jerry games go.
New Kid Co. was the publisher. I was just looking who the developer or whatever was.
Seasons picked this as a random spinner wheel. So if the spinner wheel picks the spinner wheel, we know they're working together.
Collusion.
But
Looks
something
like a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah, it's a platformer. We'll see how it goes. But something else that's in collusion with everything is Pikmin.
Today is the day.
Back on the list. Hey, I put Pikmin next to Pikmin on the spinner wheel to give it a bigger chance to get picked.
There we go.
Because it always lands on Pikmin and then just slides right off of Pikmin. So,
and it's the other game.
Yeah. So
what's the game right after Pikmin?
The game right after Pikmin is Crusader of Centy for the Genesis.
This might be the one.
This
might be the one, guys.
This looks cool.
This looks very Link to the Past-ish.
Yeah, and it's got he's got extra directional.
Gateway movement.
Yeah. An overworld map. Impressive.
This one's looking pretty nice.
I don't explore the Genesis games enough, so it'll be fun to have a Genesis game up again. I love it when we get Genesis stuff, just because it's not something that I played when I was a kid, and to get to play them as I'm older is good. Yeah. Ooh.
Is this released in the West?
It looks like a West game. It's in English. It looks like it's in English, right?
Crusader of Centy. How much can I buy this one for?
This is expensive.
That doesn't look... I can't tell right now.
Right.
They're making reproduction they're making reproduction cartridges on AliExpress. So okay, yeah, it's an Atlas game. Yeah.
Well,
all right, guys.
You know what else throws money around is Duke Nukem. He throws money at strippers in some of these games. So.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Shake it,
and
baby.
I'm all out of bubblegum.
John St. John does the voice acting. He's the best. Not the N64 version. Which version did you want, Almonds? I thought it was the 64 version that you said.
I thought that's what he said too.
Which one do you want? I'm going to change it right now. Oh. You did pick 64. You're just talking about what I'm talking about. My bad.
We're picking the PG version.
You're right. Sorry.
Good.
Yeah. No. Only the best for us. Sorry about that. Early Doom clone came, that'll be cool. The bait and switch. Now I'm disappointed. I hope this doesn't get picked. No, I'm just kidding. I'd like to play Duke Nukem 64. It looks like fun. And Armored Core 2 is our last one.
Interesting pick. I was excited to see this one.
Me too. I actually really want to get into I really want to get into more mech shooters. And if this gets picked, I'm gonna bug Silent Owl about it because he loves mechs and he's been talking up Gundam like crazy and stuff. So, but he probably already knows or has played through Armored Core 2. Yeah, I was checking out when I was watching some of the video of it. It looked pretty good. Have you played Zone of the Enders? It kind of reminded me of that without flight.
I have not played either of them, but I know of them.
Okay, I like the.
You can Armored Core. You can actually customize your bot, right? Like put different arms and like modules on them.
I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, look at that. Oof. Smooth.
It looks fun.
It does look fun.
This is the stuff I missed out on being a GameCube kid.
Yep.
We had custom Robo.
Hey, it counts. It counts. It's still robots, and that's what matters. All right. So let's spin the wheel. Huh? That was it. We didn't have a lot of suggestions this month, which is okay. You know, it happens. Not everybody has to.
Just
make
means
a
we all get a better chance.
Right. It just Pikmin gets a better chance this time. That's all.
Pikmin.
Here we go.
Spin the wheel.
Oh no, it's not Pikmin. Hey, Crusader of Centy.
You gotta buy the original cartridge for it, everyone.
Oh boy. Oh no. All right, cool. Crusader of Centy.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Good job, nobody. That was his game. All right, cool, man. Crusader of Centy. I look forward to playing this one because it's different and new and exciting. And you know what else is that? Sin and Punishment for our bi-monthly games. Sin and Punishment Star Successor for the Wii. The sequel that nobody knew they wanted nor bought. Because it was like referenced in Super Smash Brothers Melee, and everybody was like, "What is Sin and Punishment?" Right? And
right.
And then Nintendo was like, "Wow, Super Smash Brothers talked about it. We gotta make another game.
Make a sequel.
Gotta make a sequel." Forget bringing the original one to the game around.
Which I think they eventually did bring on the Virtual Console the original game out, didn't they?
They did, yes. Yeah.
Okay. The original one's a pretty interesting game.
Okay. I would like to play through it. I have not played
through this one.
This looks cool.
I own it though.
Oh, you do? Okay. I would love to pick this one up. It looks cool. It's what variety of game do they call these, Jeff?
So the thing is, it's not really a shmup. It's kind of like a rail shooter Star Fox style, but I think in the original one you walked along the ground and could jump. This one, it's looking like you can kind of float your character around. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you really call it. Maybe a gallery shooter?
Oh, that's a good way to put it. I like that word. Gallery shooter is a good way to put it.
I would think of like the old Wild Guns or
Wild
on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Wild,
the Western one.
Yep.
I forgot which one that is, but yeah, like I think it's kind of similar in vein to that.
Okay. Yeah. There's there's a Sega game that's like this too that was really popular. Why can't I think of what it's called? Space Harrier.
Oh, like Space Harrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seasons. So it's a Harrier like.
There you go.
All right. Next is Overlord. This is one of the only or very few games that uses Pikmin style combat to fight and do things. You are their Overlord, and you have minions who do stuff with you. So this is the Pikmin of our next game set that isn't Pikmin 3.
There we go.
Because we can't pick Pikmin 3 anymore. But Overlord would be exactly like it. It originally came out on the 360, and then PlayStation got it a year later. So Xbox was doing this thing where they were trying to get exclusives, timed exclusives for a year. This is when timed exclusives became a big deal. but it came out on the
I
Xbox
see.
360 first, and then when it came out on the PS3 a year later, it came with DLC attached to it. So literally, if you had just waited for a year, you would have gotten DLC, free DLC with the game. Essentially, you've gotten a better version of the game on the PS3.
Straight up is Pikmin.
Yeah, it's Pikmin. But it's called
Dang.
Overlord. Yeah, and you get guys from... Yeah, it's Pikmin.
I remember some of my Nintendo hating friends like being like, dude, check out this game Overlord that I love. Dang.
There's...
Like, dude, Nintendo sucks. It's like they invented this stuff.
Yeah.
This is Pikmin.
This is Pikmin.
It looks fun. It looks fun.
I think it looks very fun. I played it once a long time ago, and I never beat it. I'd be really curious to compare this to Pikmin.
Yeah.
So Overlord, our Pikmin clone.
All right.
Back on the Nintendo train is Mario Strikers Charged. This is the second soccer game because the first one was on the GameCube.
The GameCube.
It looks really cool. I've always wanted to play the Strikers games.
I was gonna say this is the one where they started getting like the fancy shoes and stuff, right?
Yeah, everything got really wild and crazy. Goofy stages. Yeah, weird things were happening.
More power ups and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So it got more arcadey. That's usually a good thing for these Mario titles.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our first Waluigi game. It would 100% be a Waluigi emote if we got this one. There is, I don't think there's really a story mode, but there's like a grand match mode or something like that.
So you make it through the campaign by like winning enough matches.
Yeah. Okay. If I can find out if there's more.
Whoa!
Oh, super move.
Was that a Kremling?
Yeah, it was. Use the Wiimote to block balls. Amazing. Stopped.
Oh, this is the one where they do the cross chops. Yes. That GIF is legitimately from the game, as far as I know. Yeah.
The GIF? What GIF?
Oh, in the chat.
Oh, the crotch chop. That's legit. That's too funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm excited for this game now. Hopefully this one gets picked.
Oh, it looks cool. But you know what's not cool? I don't like this game at all.
No?
I loved the Mario and Luigi games up until this game. This one's the one that made me hate the series. I didn't
Was this before or after Partners in Time? It was after, right?
This was after Partners in Time.
Okay.
Because I didn't pick up Dream Team after this, and I would have if this was a good game. Do you know what I mean? To me, it's not a good game. It's super duper dialogue heavy, and the dialogue isn't. At this point, the dialogue is becoming less inspiring to me. Mario and Luigi go through mini areas inside of Bowser that you as Bowser have to, you change things inside of Bowser's ecosystem, his stomach and stuff. And you doing that changes the platforming for Mario and Luigi, like Bowser drinking a whole bunch of water just to like make a water level work for Mario and Luigi. But then you have to switch to Bowser to stop drinking water and then, change how you go, which forces them to make the stages that Mario and Luigi are going through to become more simplistic because they don't want to confuse players. So it becomes tedious for the sake of a gimmick, and I don't care for it. They did just remake it. The remake adds a little bit more with Bowser Jr., I believe. So, right?
It was on the 3DS, right?
Yeah, this came out on the 3DS, but they just remade it for the...
Oh, did they remake it for the Switch?
They remade it for the Switch, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize they remade this twice. Jeez.
Yeah, they did. They made it for the DS
Way to go, Nintendo.
Originally, then they made it for the 3DS, and then they
Why don't they remake the original one again?
Because it was too good. Oh, maybe it was just the DS? That's what Season says. It doesn't matter. They remade it twice. Because then they started doing that thing where they were adding, they were relaunching these games, but then they were adding stuff to the end. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, so they did the Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey.
Yeah,
that was the 3DS one.
That was a 3DS one. I thought they relaunched that on the
Yep.
Switch though.
Doesn't look like it.
No? Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember. I thought they did
But yeah.
put it back on something else after they did the other ones, because I thought the other ones went on Switch too, didn't they? Or are they all on 3DS? Oh my gosh, am I too old?
The brothership is on the Switch.
Okay, but I
That's
thought
the
they.
first one in a while.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep.
My,
I actually beat this game.
I did beat this too.
Oh, okay. You did play through
I
it.
played through it. Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I don't like giving up
I
on
don't.
stuff if I can help it.
I feel like this whole era of Mario and Luigi, like they were pumping them out. So like my recollection between which game was which is a little bit fuzzy.
Okay.
Because I feel like they were just cranking them out at this point. Like it was Superstar Saga, then Partners in Time, then Bowser's Inside Story, and then
Bowser's
like just one
Forfeiture.
after.
Did you see what Ahmed said? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, he got the Soma for that.
But yeah, you were right. They were just cranking them out. They were just making them and making them and making them, and it just felt really. It just didn't feel really good, and I didn't hear good things about Brothership either, unfortunately.
I heard mixed. I probably will get it if I can get it for dirt cheap.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh, flipped his head over and now he's angry.
The guy saying Monsieur all the time is pretty good though.
The block dude's pretty creative looking. Oh yeah,
Incredible.
and then Bowser inhales bad guys for Mario and Luigi to beat up.
Yeah. See. My personal opinion is that I thought at least they were trying something different.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I wasn't getting burnt out because they were changing up the formula enough. But yeah, I could see some more of your criticisms, like what you're saying about the text and all that stuff.
yeah.
The dialogue.
There's a lot. And I
The
hate
simplistic level
characters.
structure and everything.
I hate characters that have written out
That's a lot of text. Holy crap.
I hate characters that have written out accents.
Oh.
All right. You know what characters I don't hate though?
What do you not
Everybody in Persona 4. I love
Oh,
all
yeah.
these guys. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is back on the menu, boys. And
Ultimax.
I'm
gonna have to get the Ultimax version. I only have the original one.
Yeah, see, you have no choice. I have to just buy both. I'm curious to see how, because there's a story mode for this, I believe, right? You would know better than I would.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's just a fighting game, so you're just kind of progressing through all the fights.
Got it.
They might have something in the way of like I don't know. I haven't played this one, so, but I don't think they've got like a story gameplay. It's just one-on-one fights.
Got it. Either way.
Is this the one? I think this is the one that brings in people from Persona 3 and 4.
Correct. Yeah, 3 and 4, and it takes place a couple years after, or a year after, or something. Either way, there's a time change. It's canon. This game is canon. All the Persona, everything is canon, including the dancing games and stuff. And we've talked about this before, in our Persona 4 discussion. But yeah, this game is canon, so it continues the story.
And we played through Persona 4, so we got to play it.
And we have to play it. And we got to play Persona 3 at some point. But one day it'll get suggested. I think, though, everybody went and played Persona 3 right after playing Persona 4, though. Because it got everybody...
I fired up 5.
Oh, okay. Everybody picked one or the other, right? 5 or 3. Yep. And lastly, is my pick, Mad World.
Mad World.
It is one of the most popular Wii games and like well known when it came out, but it was just, I believe, towards the end of the Wii's life cycle as well. It doesn't utilize the swinging motions, I believe, completely. As much as it does, you can just play it, I believe, with just a regular controller if you wanted to. I'm not sure though, but it looks super cool. Steve Bloom voices the main character.
Nice.
And I think what's his name? The guy who does Bender and the guy who does Bender from Futurama is also in it too. Why can't I
Okay.
think of his name? Anyways, there's a lot of really popular voice actors in this. It looks really cool. It's really fun. Joe DiMaggio, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mad World. This has been a game that I've wanted to play for a really long time, and I've heard a lot of really good things about it. You're playing a dude who just wants to make money, and
I was gonna say Brad.
he does so by entering these life or death competitions. There's also a whole bunch of crazy characters and stuff like that, like this pimp, and then there's like women in like bondage suits and stuff with spikes and things on them and whatnot. It's crazy. It's Mad World.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. There she is. Look at
Yeah,
that.
he's gone. Okay. I love how everything's black and white except the blood.
Yeah, very Sin City.
Hmm.
So yeah, Mad World. This is one I think is going to be a really fun one to play, and I really hope a lot of people.
For sure.
I hope a lot of people pick it up if it gets picked. So, all right, let's go to the wheel. Here we go. Hold your teeth. Hey, all right. Sin and Punishment.
There it is.
Our Successor.
Our Successor.
I think we're on a Wii kick now. Does this mean we're officially on a Wii kick?
I think it does.
So
We're gonna just say no Wii games next bi-monthly.
you're not allowed. Sorry, guys.
360 or PS3 only, guys. NDS.
Yeah, come on. No, I might pick Mad World again. Congrats to Punishment from Sinning. Aw. So there we go. That is all of our games for the month. And as a last thing before we end, I am going to pick our anime. So we just started a monthly anime watching group, and we are still watching Tougen Anki. If you want to participate and watch some of that, you can. There's still a discussion about it. This is going to pick our next anime to discuss after that. Tougen Anki is still ongoing, so the discussion won't stop just because the month changed. But we are going to start another one because you can't stop watching anime. It's impossible. And boop, there we go.
There it is. What is that?
Cleavatess. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna watch it.
All right.
All right, cool. Well, there we go, guys. So Cleavatess for our anime, and then we have Sin and Punishment Star Successor for our next bi-monthly game that'll finish us up for the end of the year. And then for our next classical game, we have Crusaders. What's it called again? Crusaders.
Something.
Yes.
Crusader of Centy.
Centy. Crusader of Centy. Very excited. So yeah, look forward to it. If anybody needs ROMs, of course, of expensive games, please ask. We can always help each other out.
This one I don't think we're gonna be getting the original cartridge for.
No.
It looks pricey.
Oh no, I haven't looked yet. Don't even tell me.
Nope. I'm just gonna shut my mouth.
So yeah, thanks for that, everybody. Thanks for everybody for joining. Excuse me, sorry about that. If you wish to join in the voting or suggestions, every year, at the end of the month, we always open it back up. You can get the @voter tag if you don't already have it, and then I'll tag everybody when it's time to start making suggestions. Please make sure you have your notifications on for Discord for that if you are paying attention to us. We love that you are here. We love that everybody is still going strong even after all this time. Like, I feel like there's still a lot of hype around every month whenever we get a new game. I look forward to seeing playing through Crusaders of Centy with all of you, and I look forward to playing Sin and Punishment. So that looks cool. I'm excited for that one. I have until Christmas to finish one.
For sure.
How long has it been already? It's been over a year, Amens. It's been a year and October. It's been a year, and it'll be 3 months in November. So because we started in August of last year,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So,
I think so. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm glad you guys have all stuck around. It's been awesome. It might have been July. I think it might have been July too. I think you're right. See, I'm getting
Okay.
old. And that also goes to the anime thing too. If you want to join in the anime suggestions, if you want to watch something or you want to watch something with us or whatever, make suggestions, ask me for the @anime tag and I'll give it to you so you can join us in that chat. Otherwise, that chat is locked. It's really just a discussion about what game animes we have coming up. In that, we aren't really typically putting out like a list like this. I'm not always doing this wheel choice thing, so for it. So if we have because we have a discussion about the animes we're bringing up, and we're like, hey, I want to suggest this anime because I think it's this. It's very popular. It's becoming this. I think you guys would like it. I want to watch it. I think you guys would like to watch it. What do you think? And then somebody else might throw something else on the table. And what happened is we had 4 suggestions. We thought most of them were all pretty much like equal, so we were like, all right, let's just pick them all. Let's throw it on there, and I don't think we'd be disappointed with any of them. So, all right, well, cool. I look forward to this next month. It's gonna be a good time. So, thank you everybody once again, and I look forward to seeing you. Hope we may do a mid-month podcast next month. We'll see. My busy season's coming up. So if I'm lucky, we'll throw one out there. If anybody has an idea for one and wants to be on a podcast, let me know, and we can probably work on something. Otherwise, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.